Happy 10th anniversary, Barefoot.
Happy 10th anniversary, Barefoot.
Happy 10-year anniversary, Barefoot.
Happy 10th anniversary, Barefoot!
Happy 10 years to Barefoot Shakespeare.
Happy 10 years, Barefoot!
Happy 10th anniversary, Barefoot Shakespeare.
Happy decennial to Barefoot Shakespeare.
Happy 10-year anniversary, Barefoot.
Congratulations on 10 years.
One of the most memorable moments for me was walking into that audition.
I think it's the only time I've walked into an audition where I didn't know anyone. You guys cheered as I came in the room. It was literally the warmest audition walking into that I've ever had.
The energy was so phenomenal. I was totally caught off guard with not only how talented everyone was behind the table, but how eager they were to tell the story.
My Barefoot journey started quite uniquely and warmly, given how positive and affirming all of my past interactions were with Barefoot as a whole. I just couldn't say no.
Barefoot has an uncanny ability to attract the most creative, most kind, most generous people and artists.
I don't really think I have worked with any other theater company, production company, what have you, that really fosters and encourages their actors to really run with ideas.
The stage is everywhere. It was not only a real challenge to be in character, but it was also a really exciting thing for those unexpected things to happen and then flow with the show.
It was like coming home, really.
Summit Rock is a very challenging space. There's all sorts of just external noise.
Outside, from watching it, it does not seem like people are shouting or people are working harder than usual.
So I like theater when it's not so much an event, but more like part of the environment. That it's everywhere. And so it's being a part of this kind of continuous theater, forming with Barefoot up here at Summit Rock, that makes it really kind of special to me. It just kind of feels right.
I really love the idea of Unrehearsed. It's this thing that I think Barefoot does very well, which is encourages actors to really put their mark on a character. The fun thing with Unrehearsed is if everyone sets their character in a different world, basically what you're seeing is the collision of all of those worlds.
Romeo and Juliet. I used to think I hated it. Now I love it, mostly because of the Barefoot production.
That was such a joy to work on. It was one of the first times I felt like my creative input as the actor was shaping the show.
I loved the take that we had on Romeo and Juliet being set in the Appalachians, a very Americana feel to it. Everyone there exceeded my expectations.
I really found it interesting to work on Shakespeare within a specific context. The plays are great. You don't need to do anything really to make the plays work. What you need to do is you need to put it in an appropriate context or a way for people to understand the plays.
All the things that we would sing were lines from Shakespeare, and either they'd be a sonnet or in the play itself.
Setting it in this specific time period of the 50s, again, it lends itself to another dynamic.
When these shows were taking place, made it possible for it to be an exciting experience, not only for us performing, but for the audience.
It was Midsummer Night's Dream and Macbeth, same cast, rotating.
Matt and I were sharing a cast and sharing our time. So it was a big challenge for me, and I remember getting off of those long weekend days. It was a marathon.
It was a great training ground for me and a great way to experiment.
It's really cool to put these plays in context with American history.
Almond Forest is hard to talk about objectively, so I won't even try. It was a character that I had always wanted to play in some capacity. Rosalind and As You Like It transformed into this brand new character for all of these stories meeting each other.
I have worked with Barefoot Shakespeare on a number of different shows, my first being Lady Capulet, which holds a special place in my heart.
That was fun to kind of work on this new work that I think illuminated an aspect of Romeo and Juliet that hadn't really been explored before.
When the pandemic hit, we were gearing up for Troilus and Cressida. Everything came to a screeching halt. It was cool to experiment with what Zoom could do.
We wanted it to make it active and really bond it to too Zoom.
It was so nice to get to kind of stretch our own capabilities as theater makers.
A big strength of Barefoot is adapting and really trying to make the show work.
I had done a staged reading of Julius Caesar that I was interested in expanding upon. And throughout that whole process, from pre-production all the way to the post-mortem, the support, it was phenomenal and still is phenomenal.
It definitely kind of broadened the pool of people that we worked with. And it is bizarre that we've done these shows with people that we've never actually met.
It's a relief and an opportunity to me to go to my art for some hope.
A sense of family and community that I really needed, and I didn't know I needed it until it happened.
I trust you people. I trust I trust it to just, kind of figure it out and let the chips fall where they may. It's good, easy people to work with.
As an actor, we have so many working friendships, but there's always something special when the group of us get together on the Rock. It does always feel like home getting to see a show there.
I think that trust and safety gives us room to do more and room to trust each other more.